Alright, so here's what I want to show you what's wrong with my 3D printer. So here we've got the CR Touch installed. It's installed correctly. Made sure it's hardware-wise installed correctly. I took the Z-stop off. So took the Z-stop off of the sides. This is connected to the motherboard. This motherboard, no, it is 4.2.2 motherboard. Okay. I've got, you notice I've got the bed at 60 degrees, so that's the degree I print with. Okay, and then I'm gonna go to Auto Home. We'll watch this real quick. Okay, so now it is homed. Almost. Okay, now it is homed. So now I'm gonna go to Move Axis. And I already set the Probe Z offset. So when I move this down to 0, it should be able to hit this paper perfectly. Let's use this one. Okay. Okay. So you notice that it's like perfect, like it's like hitting the paper. I can feel the resistance a lot, but it's enough for me to move it back and forth, so it's like perfect. Okay, move that back up a little bit. Okay. All right. Now just to quickly show you my G code. Let's see, preferences, printers, machine settings. I put the G29 code auto bed leveling in there. So there's nothing wrong with it. It'll just make it so each time I go to print, it's gonna level the bed automatically. And then let me show you the firmware that I flashed to this, which is I flashed Marlin 2.0.1 BL Touch V1.1.2 non-adapter board firmware for the 4.2.2 mainboard 32-bit. So that's the one that I flashed to this. It's been working fine. Okay. So now I'm gonna quickly prepare the next a print so I can show you what the results are looking at like, because I've got the settings all exactly how they're supposed to be in the instructions that came with the CR Touch, and I've watched many videos on how to do it. I've set the Probe Z offset correctly, even with the bed at the correct temperature, so that it stops any warping. And I made sure it's all calibrated correctly, and I installed it correctly. And for some reason, whenever I print, it's like the sensor isn't really doing much to help level the nozzle to the bed. It's like as if it wasn't there at all. It kind of just like doesn't really do anything. So, I'll show you what it looks like with a test print. Okay, so now I'm gonna print from my SD card right here. Now you'll notice I'm just using black filament. I printed at 200 degrees and 60 degrees for bed temperature. Just using the Sinlu filament. And keep in note that there's nothing wrong with this nozzle. There's nothing wrong with the extruder. I've assembled this printer almost perfectly, and it's been fine printing stuff until I put this CR Touch on, and now it won't really level right. And it makes me wonder if I should send it back and just manually level the bed instead. So I'm gonna quickly start this. What I'm gonna be printing is just a square, like one layer of filament, and it's just like a big square around the thing. And we'll see how it goes, and I'll show you here. Let's see, this should be, yep, okay, so now, as I told you before, it's going to be starting the bed level test. Starting the automatic bed level. So watch the probe as it does this. So now it's homing. Hopefully get this. Film it out of the way. There we go. Okay. And here's the first one. See, it seems like it should be. It's working pretty good, right? Seems like it's working great. Let's do the next one. Probing point 2 out of 9. Okay. Last probe, and now it's gonna be starting. And I made sure I cleaned off the bed with isopropyl alcohol. So filament's just gonna be starting to extrude. Looks pretty good so far. Pretty decent. So now when we go to print this, you'll see we already have our first problem. I'm pretty sure it's because either the nozzle is too high. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's because the nozzle is too high. It's definitely not an extruder issue because I printed this without the CR Touch on and it was not doing that. So it does it again. Just a little nick right here. I don't know. I don't really know what to do because there's not really many videos on what to do if your CR Touch is doing this, even if you've done all the instructions correctly. I assume maybe I have a faulty model or my CR Touch or something wrong with it, but to be honest, I don't really know what it could be. So now it's going to be starting this inner square, you'll see, and remember I made sure the probe Z offset is perfect. And it's weird, it's like perfect on some parts, but it's not, which makes me think that it's the auto level issue. Because since the bed can never be like completely perfect, this should fix it, but it's not. I don't know why. So I'm contemplating probably taking this off and sending it back. So let me just show you this first. And there it is. Okay, so as you can see, it's finishing up this square print. It's not done, but it's just doing the first layer, and I just want to show you the first layer. So it's about to be done. And then once it goes to the other layer, okay, I just stopped the print. Okay, hold on. Okay, so here's what it looks like. So, tell it looks really, really good right here. And then, so it's getting to this side of the bed. It looks terrible. But still decent. So I'm pretty sure it's got to be a bed level issue. Obviously, this side of the bed is not as level as the other sides are. So I'm thinking that it's got to be just a bed level issue and that there's a problem with the CR Touch or something. So yep, there's my issue. I don't know why it's doing that. It's just like the CR Touch is just not leveling. So I don't know. If you could help me, that'd be awesome.